Moses remembers what happened in the past. One of the most important decisions he made was to share responsibility and to delegate. At first, he handled all judicial matters himself, but eventually he followed the advice of his father-in-law, Jethro, and appointed several men who divided this task among themselves. In doing so, he not only relieved himself of a heavy burden, but also created a structure that was sustainable for the people. At this point, we hear the daily impulse. You shall not show partiality in judgment. You shall hear the small as well as the great. You shall not be afraid of anyone, for the judgment is God's. For the people of Israel, this rule was a decisive step. Justice was not to be determined by power, status, or influence. Every person, whether rich or poor, powerful or insignificant, was to be heard. Justice was no longer the privilege of an elite, but the standard for all. At the same time, it was clear the judge does not act on his own authority, but stands under God. It is God's judgment that is rendered. Therefore, neither fear nor bribery must play a role. These words still carry weight today. Our society also struggles with justice, fairness, and equality. It remains a challenge that reputation, relationships, or social status do not decide whether someone is heard. In everyday life, we too are sometimes judges in small things. When we pass judgment on others, whether at work, in the family, or in conversations about neighbors and acquaintances, do we listen to the small just as attentively as to the great? In professional life, leaders, teachers, and supervisors bear the responsibility to decide fairly and without prejudice. In community, justice is shown in ensuring that no one is overlooked or ignored, especially those whose voices are quieter. And for us too, this encouragement holds true. Do not be afraid. True justice does not orient itself by fear of people, but by responsibility before God.